Welcome back to your latest chess news. Welcome back to Julius Blue TV. A lot of tons of news today to break down. So guys, sit back and relax. There's tons of news we need to break down today in the last 24 hours because we're going to be reporting on the goalkeeping, the interesting reports surrounding our plans for the goalkeeping for the next season, and we're going to be talking about Rafael Leao linked to Chelsea. So guys, sit back and relax. So if it's your first time on the channel, smash the like button and let's talk about it, man. Based on the reports coming out from many UK journalists, from many different publications, they are all kind of confirming the same thing, that Chelsea are not signing a new goalkeeping for the next season, for the summer. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Sit back. Let's actually go through in every single report and let's see what hell is going on, because we don't know what the line of thinking is behind this. Now, one of the positive bit of news, it seems like George Petrovic will be back for the next season to fire out for the #1 spot with Philip Jorgensen and Robert Sanchez. I don't know why even Sanchez is in this list, because this guy, for me, I need him to go on as soon as possible. But I like some of the things I've seen from Petrovic last season, because you guys saw him from a massive step up from the MLS to play in the Premier League. And I think all of us felt like something, why did they have to send him Strasbourg? I didn't like the manner how the things happened. How did we just leave him? Because openly we were almost sold him, as we had to force them move him to Strasbourg. And I would say it was one of the best things happened to Petrovic, because right now the manager of Strasbourg have been constantly calling him world-class goalkeeper. And I've been watching Strasbourg, man. He's been performing well, playing from the back. His weakness, I was saying last season, that he cannot play from the back. He's been one of the top goalkeeper playing from the back, even ahead of Robert Sanchez, who they said he was better. And for me, I want to see him to be back here next season. That's a great news. You guys saw him, the penalty he saved for us in the Carabao Cup. I think it was in the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup against Newcastle. And the reality is, though, if he comes back and we have Jorgensen and with the club who they think like that he's gonna be like an elite goalkeeper, with Robert Sanchez too, is clearly thinking that someone is leaving. And for me, I really think Robert Sanchez has to leave, but it's not gonna be easy. Robert Sanchez, I will be really crazy thinking like if any club is gonna pay the money we paid for him, because I don't think it's gonna happen. We're gonna make a loss on Robert Sanchez, man. I'm kinda okay with this news. I wanna see Jorgensen back, man. I wanna see Jorgensen here next season, and I wanna see Petrovic back here next season, and Mike Pendes if he can come back. But for me, I would like Mike Pendes to come and go to Strasbourg, and I think that would be a good move for him. He's still a youngster, and let's see what he can do, man. We kind of stuck in that position. We have so many goalkeepers, and for me, we've been shopping them, and we still even don't have a first team goalkeeper. Even Philip Jorgensen and Petrovic, they're still not a Chelsea #1 goalkeeper level. I think for me they should be second. I don't really think he's still that guy, man. If you know, man, if that young goalkeeper can come and go to Strasbourg at least for 2 to 3 years, to be at Strasbourg and play first team football and become, if the club truly believe he can become the next Thibaut Courtois, he can become that guy. Let's send him to Strasbourg for 2 to 3 years and become that guy. As you guys remember, Thibaut Courtois, when we bought him from Ghent, this guy had to play in the Belgium league, and then he came back and he went to 2 years at Atletico Madrid and he became that world-class player, man. So guys, let me know in the comment down below, what are your thoughts? How you guys feel about this news? Are you annoyed that we're signing somebody else, or we should bring this guy back from Chelsea here and let's see if he can play? Because for me, I would like to give him another chance, man. He deserves it. Even last season he did really do. So guys, talk about Joao Felix. What the hell has been going on with Joao Felix at AC Milan? Because already we have seen like the hype factors is already been dying out, because Felix has only been there for 4 to 5 weeks maximum, and we don't know what has been going on. As the reports in Italy have been suggesting that AC Milan have been calling out they're keeping him at AC Milan permanent. And then for me, one thing I can say is this, man. AC Milan, I don't think they're gonna get Champions League football next season, because if you see them in the league, it's not been going well for them. And I think the only way they can sign Joao Felix is to do this, man, is to sell one big player. And I think for me, Rafael will be that player. I don't really think necessary that AC Milan future with Joao Felix is over. But one thing I want to say, when Felix just arrived at AC Milan, there was said to be talks that potential of 40 million euros release clause, they can keep him at AC Milan. For me, that's cool. The reality is, Milan have been looking inconsistently in the league. Because that's the case. They have no money to be spending on Joao Felix or a guy like that. However, this is where the more context to the story come from. Yeah, again, more updates surrounding Rafael Leao. There are more updates surrounding Rafael Leao. Has been confirmed that it's been public that AC Milan don't see Rafael Leao as gonna be a future. He has not been stepped up for a different level. In my opinion, when you see players are not been stepping out in the different level, maybe it's like the environment, because we have seen players at Manchester United going to Aston Villa, Marcus Rashford doing well, Anthony in La Liga. Today, you saw him, man. And for me, I'll say the same thing, man. Rafael Leao, I think he needs a new change, because if Felix remain at AC Milan, they're gonna want a big money for Rafael Leao. In my opinion, if you see some players are not stepping up from a different level, sometimes it's always environment at the club, because you cannot keep going to club to manager to manager. Sometimes you cannot doing bad yourself, and you cannot doing it your own investment. I simply see like this: if Felix does remain at AC Milan, I don't think AC Milan will keep the interest. They're gonna want a big this account. What could work out for both parties is that if there is a player trade, if Milan are securing Felix plus money, allowing Rafael Leao to leave, because Rafael Leao has a release clause of 100 million. That's nobody ever gonna pay that money, especially with a market like this. Nobody needs a wingers like this anymore. As you can say, if they can sell him for about 70 million, because that means they can have a part of ways. And for me, I think Rafael in the Premier League, he will fit. If Rafael wants to go, maybe it makes sense to keep Joao Felix at Milan. For me, because we're still looking for that king at left wing. And we got Estevao coming from next season. Cole Palmer. Are we getting ahead of ourselves? Imagining Rafael playing at left, Estevao playing at right, and Cole Palmer in the number 10. And maybe if we buy a striker who's an out-and-out number 9, like Liam Delap, can get Victor Osimhen playing up front, or even Nico Jackson next season. For me, if there is going to be a potential in summer of a mega move, buy a big player for us to come in and command this team and become the leader up front. How you guys feel about Rafael Leao coming in for the next season? Also, the reports have been reporting today that Chelsea are looking to sign Rafael Leao. I don't know if these reports are true, but I'm just giving you guys the news. And I always wanted Rafael Leao, man. You know, man, I'm a big fan of Rafael Leao since he went to AC Milan. And since then, for me, I've not seen him progress. He's been staying on the same level. He's not been going up and up. And seeing him come to the Premier League, especially to Chelsea, I'll be so happy, guys. It's a big report. It's official now. We have finally reached an agreement to sign a 17-year-old left back, Andrea Evangelista, a fixed fee at around $10 million plus $4 million in addition fee, with appearance fee, international appearance fee, extra. On top of that, this kid, for me, there is a 50% if you will sell him in the future, that they can get 50% of the money. And for me, this player, the way he plays, is Ashley Cole himself. A lot of Corinthian people, they feel like before they were sold him, they wanted to keep him. They wanted to give, he should be given a pro deal. He should be given a real contract. But now, Chelsea took advantage of that and they signed him before that would happen, because there was some stuff happening behind the scene. His agent, there was something going on with the club. And then he has issues with Corinthian, and that's why Chelsea end up signing for this much money. But we could even sign him for a lot of money, but good for my club. But this is why they found themselves in this position, that they don't accept our offer, because it's a very, very fair offer with a player who has not even made a first team minutes. I think for me, man, as you guys can see his game, how he plays, he seems like he's the kind of Ashley Cole for the next 10 years. It's a very respectful offer we have given them, especially by agreeing 50% sell on clause. 50%, that's so much money they will get in the future. In the end, it's all worked out for both parties. Everybody makes money in the end because of the youth contract is nothing, but he can be supporting his family. There's a lot of moving part, but I wanna talk about the breakdown of this player. He's a good player. I already made a video about him. Go and check it out, guys. Scroll down and I'll link it in the comment down below. But if you wanna know more about him, I talked more about him on that video. But this player, man, I saw some people having problem. Chelsea signing this youngster. Yes, I do have a problem too, man. But one thing I want to say, man, if we can prioritize the first team and sign some experience, I don't mind us signing this youngster, man. I don't mind. But as long as we're taking care of the first team, that's all I care about, man. This season, he has scored 4 goals and